Hey everyone, I just got the Samsung Galaxy Chromebook 2 and it came from Samsung directly, so that's why I have this Orbit gum case over here just covering some shipping details. But I'm going to do a quick unboxing and initial impressions of this new Chromebook that just came out today. Right, got some padding here, got this little envelope. With quick start guide and warranty information. Got the computer over here to the side. Got a charging block, USB-C. And we got the cable, USB cable. It's a USB-C to USB-C cable. So look at that. So you can kind of see it's very reflective, but it doesn't track fingerprints, if you can see that. It kind of changes colors. You kind of see the camera equipment there, depending on the shadow. But Samsung Galaxy Chromebook 2. See the back here, the vents. Got more vents on the bottom. These on the back here might be speakers. On the side here, you got I believe that's a power button and a USB-C. And on this side, you have the USB-C, 3.5mm headphone jack, volume rocker up and down, and a micro SD card slot. So I went ahead and got this Chromebook set up. Only took 2 minutes. Let's pop open this bad boy. And look at that screen. This is Samsung's 13.3-inch touchscreen QLED display. And look at that. I can spin this Chromebook completely sideways and the colors are still vibrant. You can definitely still see it. Very nice and clear. Arguably one of the best displays on a Chromebook out there, or any laptop for that matter. Obviously the original Galaxy Chromebook came with an AMOLED 4K screen, but this one hopefully improves battery life. So in this Chromebook that I have, this is a $700 MSRP version. It comes packed with a 10th gen Intel Core i3 processor, 8GB of LPDDR3 RAM. It has 128GB of storage. So this is embedded MMC, so basically it's soldered on, but it's not technically the solid state drive that you expect when it comes to read and write speed. So we'll take a look at that in a more in-depth review. But I did want to mention that these are eMMC storage, and this is the Fiesta Red color. You can see right here, this is Wi-Fi 6, as well as premium sound with smart amp technology, and it does say long-lasting battery, 13 hours with an asterisk. So we will be testing that in depth in my in-depth review, but reading initial reports, it seems like the battery life is significantly better, around 7 to 8 hours. Just the build quality, this is like an aluminum build here. It's very nice. There's no flex when I hold it. It's nice and light. This is 2.7 pounds, I believe. It's nice weight. You can see the screen doesn't shift when I do this. When I put it down, it doesn't flop down, which is nice. So I pulled up my YouTube just to showcase the display as well as the speakers. So I gotta say, I am very impressed with the screen as well as the speakers. realistically, the speakers for downward firing speakers here are extremely impressive. Samsung does, you know, market this as a excellent speaker for a laptop, and I gotta agree, this is phenomenal. I actually had to lower it to almost mute on this laptop just to talk over it. So that's phenomenal. This is great. So I just opened up a quick Google Docs page, and it's gonna be a little bit difficult typing with the camera in front of my face, but I'm gonna give it a shot. We got an external mic hooked up, so you can kind of, hopefully you can hear what the keyboard sounds like when I type. So initial impressions, it's a very quiet keyboard. The keys are very shallow though. It's a lot more shallow than what I'm used to. So it doesn't have that same tactile feel. I think it's going to take me a little bit of getting used to. I mean, granted, it is a very thin laptop. So if you're a fan of that, then you would love this keyboard. If you're more used to keyboards with more of a longer travel, then, you know, this might get some getting used to. But in terms of how quiet it is, it's a very quiet keyboard. The trackpad here, it's very nice feel, very responsive. You can see the screen, it's nice and smooth. If I do my finger for touchscreen, it's nice and responsive. Pinch to zoom out. So far the screen is phenomenal. Keyboard is pretty good. Trackpad is nice. I definitely gotta test out the battery life. Let me see the heat. It's a little warm on the bottom. So just checking out the bottom of the computer. Close this up. If you can see the laser. Around right here was where I was feeling, right around the vents where the fans are. Looks like it's registering around 90 degrees Fahrenheit, or around 31 and a half degrees Celsius. Alright, so I turned off all the lights. You can clearly see the keyboard is not lit up right now, but it is dark. And now it turns on very quickly. Nice and clear. I wonder if it has anything to do with the sensor over here. If I turn, because if I put a flashlight there with my phone, try to hide it. Look at that, it doesn't turn on. So I guess in an effort to conserve battery life, the backlight keyboard only turns on when it senses that it's in a dark environment. So if I take my phone away, let it adjust, you see now it turns on. So over here, you can see there's a little hole there, and that must be a light sensor. So that determines if the backlight keyboard or the backlighting would turn on the keyboard or not. So let's test out the camera, the webcam. So yes, that is my Christmas tree. I'm just too lazy to take it down. But if I pull this up, it's grainy. It's indoor lighting at nighttime. So I don't know if I would recommend it for vlogging purposes. Definitely not for vlogging purposes. But for Zoom or work like Microsoft Teams or whatever you guys use, this would be adequate enough. This is a video test of the Samsung Galaxy Chromebook 2 front-facing webcam. So Samsung provides two different models of this computer. The $700 model MSRP, which is the one I have right here, has the 10th gen Intel Core i3 processor, 8 GB of RAM, and 128 GB of storage. Now, the $550 version of this Chromebook that they also offer is one that I wouldn't recommend, and that's because of its specs. It comes with an Intel Celeron processor, 64 GB of that eMMC storage, and 4 GB of RAM. For that price, 7-8 years from now, when it'll still receive updates, but that 4 gigabytes of RAM is not going to last you. And if you're paying $550, those are specs for a $200-300 Chromebook. You're really just paying for the Samsung name and the screen at that point, which if you really want a nice screen and nice specs at that price, then I would recommend the Acer Spin 713, which would have all those that you're looking for. The only exception is it does have kind of crummy speakers. Going back to this computer though, my initial impressions are that I really like it so far. It is nice and light for me. The screen is gorgeous. The speakers are phenomenal in my opinion. Very nice and loud, which I really appreciate. If you guys are interested in getting one, I did post another video about how you can get a good deal on this Chromebook. So I really just need to test how the battery life is, how fast it charges, and if it gets hot after you put it under some load. So if you want to check out my in-depth review, please hit subscribe, and I will post it as soon as I get some testing done. And I hope you enjoyed this video. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, see you later.